Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here to talk to you about the use of augmented reality for firefighting and other usage, not only for drone use, but also for other use of firefighting. So I'm going to first show you a little demo that you can feel free to use as I'm going to do the talk. There is a tablet over there and an eyewear. The tablet is basically representing the command center where a fire chief might want to see a command picture and see where other people are, and the eyewear are representing a firefighter. So if you wear them, you will see basically a simulated building that I'm going to show you here, and you can try it during my presentation. But I'm just going to give you a small presentation of that, a small demonstration of this application so that you know what to expect. And so let me start here with the command center. So the command center is using augmented reality. I will explain you what it is, but basically you can see it's recognizing this marker on the table here, and when you can recognize it, you have this picture of a building and the area that we're concerned with. You have also a firefighter application, which is in the glasses that I was telling you, and I'm just gonna demonstrate it to you if I can. And unfortunately, I can't because I have not loaded it. So I will not show you, but it's basically showing a view of a building, the same that you saw on the map. And as you move your head around, you are able to look in the direction and go in that direction to see the building. So feel free to use that as I'm doing my talk. Now I'm going to switch to my talk. So this is a talk about how to make augmented reality work. That I've been using. I have a 20-year background in augmented reality. Augmented reality is becoming a big technology today. Over the last 1 or 2 years, you might have heard from companies like Facebook and Google doing a lot of work in this area. So I worked for 20 years in this area, mainly working for the Defense Department for 15 years. And for the last 5 years, I've been a consultant here in Silicon Valley working for several startups. So basically know augmented reality very well. One of the main use of augmented reality is to put the information that you have usually digitally on a map or on a virtual model of the real world into the real world, so that you don't have to map one to the other and also look down, which is very dangerous for military people. So a lot of this presentation has a military background, but this is due to where we started to work on the technology. But I will show you the twist for firefighter. These are some use of augmented reality that you can see for the defense sector. Can be used to repair and see instruction on a machine, to see information about what the drone see. As you can see, a video insert and controlling a drone, to see people inside building, to see basically what is invisible to give you a better understanding of what's around. So I'm going to pass through that. So I was part of this effort, the Battlefield Military Augmented Reality System, and we developed a lot of early capability. I will go fast on this. A lot of systems were built this time. So this is basically the background. I'm not going to go on for a long time on this, except on those slides that show use of augmented reality to repair your apparatus, show where to do the repair next and what to do, and some use of augmented reality to annotate contaminants on a hazmat area where you don't need to touch the things. You can annotate the environment to show where there is contamination. And this is more about the vehicle that was built at ITT to do augmented reality, the augmented reality that you are going to see in the movie that I'm going to play next. And this is what you see inside the vehicle. You have a screen showing the view from a top camera, and you can basically augment a person like you can see in the detailed picture. So it was integrated with a fire truck, as you can see. The sensors were all inside the light bar on the top with GPS, camera, so on and so forth. So it was close to a product, and we were using for many different use. Here you can see military use. But I'm going to go through some of the firefighter use. This is just showing some of the technology that we use to do tracking of a person inside, basically trilateration from different ultra-wideband base and a foot-mounted sensor that allow you to do 4 kilometers with 8-meter error when you come back to the start position. This was done with University of Michigan in 2010. I'm going to now show you a couple of video of this period working with the fire department. And currently, as I was saying, I have been working on a consulting company for the last 5 years, supporting several startup companies entering this field. I recently reconnected with the first responder through Captain Kirk from Sacramento Fire Department, and he has graciously offered me to participate in his developing program, the SMART program, and that's why I'm here today. So I've been supporting him with a couple of demos, the one you can see over there, and I'd like to do much more and go back to the kind of demo that were done then. This is just a show reel. I'm not going to dwell on that because I don't have too much time. I'm just going to go right to the video showing basically augmented reality use for the firefighter. So if this video wants to play. So this is basically taken from a truck, the truck I show you, arriving at a location. Pardon the extremely bad resolution of the video. At that time, there was not that great video technology, and the point was not to record a pretty video, but to see that the system works. So you can see as the firefighter is moving around as we arrive at the event, he can be tracked through GPS and this foot-mounted sensor. GPS outside, foot-mounted sensor inside, and he can use that location to annotate actually the environment. Here, a fire hydrant, so that when you arrive, the fire hydrant maybe are annotated. I don't know if it's a relevant use, but that's just to demonstrate the technology. The more interesting part is when that person goes inside the building. We are not really having a great use of seeing this person augmented outside, but when that person is inside the building, that becomes very relevant. Especially if they become disabled, so that we can find them. This was the whole point of this project, really. So here you have a video that alternates between a top view, showing a map, and the vehicle I was talking about before, and the camera view that is basically tracking me going inside the building with this foot-mounted sensor. And you can see as I move inside the building, the system is tracking me, and you can see the floor plan just for illustration purpose. The point here is that we do not need the floor plan. We can go to any building, and this system works just by using the ultra-wideband radio outside and the foot-mounted sensor inside. So I can go on and on with this video showing you, how the trajectory going inside the building. The guy is moving here in the room and opening the blind here. And you can see the position is within 3 meters. He's going to another place. You can see it encore again, opening the blind right here. So those are some kind of use of augmented reality to track somebody inside of a building. But we have done much bigger simulation than that. This is at a military event in Fort Dix, where we hook up to all the radio system of the dismounted soldier, the Humvee, and the UAV, and we basically use their location to annotate everybody on the film. Again, military use case, but you can see how this could translate to emergency response as well. I will show you one more video that shows you use of this technology in the truck. Instead of using the camera on top of the truck as eyewear, like this one that you see over there, started to appear on the market. We just did the same that a fighter pilot has. We basically provided them a heads-up display that replaced basically the camera view that we had from the Panther zoom camera on top. And another illustration of how to use the technology here is possibly to put breadcrumb to know how to go to the location of a room of interest in the building, or maybe the firefighter that is down, and see the path they have been taking. You can see where they have been going, as long as the technology is going to work in a fire environment, obviously. So this is yet to be proven. But you can see here how this technology can be used to drive a technician to a location and show them what they have to do. So the point of our presence here is to try to reconnect with as many of the first emergency community as possible, and to try to leverage the new development that are coming to the market with a lot of the commercial development that you're starting to hear about from Facebook and Magic Leap and so on and so forth. So there is a lot of cost reduction and capabilities that becomes common use for everybody, and we're trying to keep leveraging that, and I think there is now an opportunity to leverage them for the force. Thank you.
Any questions? So to me this looks like a video game.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, I don't really see realistically us wearing that headset. Is this something you would see almost like a heads-up display instead of an SCBA mask? Is that kind of the vision for this?
So you have an example of a head-mounted display over there. This is a Google, Microsoft HoloLens. This is really a game changer because it can locate itself in the room. It has integrated computing. It has gesture integrated. So everything is inside a platform instead of having to connect to a PC. Granted, it's big. That's their first iteration. Yes. You can be sure that Microsoft in the next couple of years is going to make it look like your glasses with the same capability. These are ODG R9. You can see they are much closer to your sunglasses. They are not as performant as the Microsoft, but they will soon self-locate in the room as well. Granted, they are not going to work in a fire situation, but the foot-mounted sensor and the ultra-wideband will, that I was showing you.
So I guess I could see this implemented with the battalion chief running an incident as an incident commander, watching all the troops operate on a structured fire.
Yes.
Rather than maybe from the company side, it'd be more from the incident commander side?
Yes, so it could be, in the fire truck, at a command center. It depends. If you're going to do at a command center, you might want to have an overview picture, like I just showed you, with augmented reality, where you have a bird's eye view, because you don't need the relation with the real world. For a fire chief inside the vehicle, you will want to use the technology I just showed you to show on top of the building what's happening. Not only the location of person, but also maybe the reading from a temperature sensor that you leave at that location so that you have situation awareness. And then on the people on foot, anybody on foot could, in the future, see the same thing in this eyewear. Currently, it's not possible, but they could see still, a God's eye view to show where is everybody, basically.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. There is some brochure I have left here and some card as well.